Jai Baba, Chapter 61. There are many different kinds of devotees. For some, the Master is only a means to an end. They flock to the Master to have their wishes granted. Their love and regard is solely based on treating the Master as a wish-granting tree. Many clutch on to the Master as some sort of an escape from the realities of one's life. Then there are devotees who want to gain strength to be able to go through their life and difficulties calmly. Some devotees flock to the Master for their spiritual growth. There are devotees who truly love the Master without an agenda. Their love is innocent and pure. Their love for their Master is not polluted by any thought of give and take of any kind. They are simply in love with their Master. The Master is the be-all and end-all of existence. It is a beautiful relationship where slowly the Master and the devotee eventually become one. To have such a relationship itself needs the grace of the Master. There was a gentleman by the name of Dada Sahib Kharpade, who along with his family came to Shirdi to be close to Baba. Kharpade stayed in Shirdi for 4 months, while his wife, another pious soul, stayed in Shirdi for an additional 3 months. In reality, Dada was a very learned man. He spoke English fluently, which was rare for an Indian in those days. He was a speaker in the Legislative Assembly. He was much respected amongst his peers and by society at large. He was intelligent, articulate, and had an impressive personality. Many would approach him for guidance and he would help as many as he could. But the fascinating part about Dada was that whenever he was in the company of Baba, he did not speak a word. This quality of keeping silent in front of the Master was found also in Bhuti and Nulkar. The others, alas, would not only speak in front of Baba, but very often even fight and get into heated arguments in front of Sai. Dada would maintain his silence. He never once tried to show how knowledgeable he was, and when he was in the company of Baba, he would only listen or chant. All 3 men, apart from refraining from talking in front of Baba, also carried a fragrance of humility in their demeanor. They always bowed their heads when they were in the presence of Sai, and when Baba spoke, they listened to their Master with rapt attention and devotion. Remember, Baba observed and noticed everything. He knew exactly with what intent a person approached him and whether the proximity was due to an agenda or the true bonds of love. Dada truly loved and venerated Baba. Dada's wife had deep devotion and love for Sai. She would lovingly prepare food for Baba every day and bring the food to Masjid daily. The Kharpade family was very affluent, but in both the husband and wife, there was only the fragrance of humility and reverence. Dada's wife would not eat anything till the food was consecrated by Baba. It was only after Sai Natha ate would Dada's wife have a lunch. Both Dada and his wife progressed greatly on the spiritual path through Baba's blessings. Once, Dada's wife brought a variety of delicious food to Baba, beautifully decorated on a large plate. The food looked and smelled delicious. There was shira with fried puris, rice and dal, kheer, semolina, papad, sandagas, salad, pickles, and a few other food items. The moment she entered the mosque, bearing the plate of delicacies, Baba stood up and rolled up the sleeves of his kafni. Everybody was surprised. Usually Baba had a time and routine for everything. Baba sat down and removed the covering over the plate, eager to taste all the delicacies. All those who were present were surprised. Every day people would bring food to the mosque, equally well presented and delicious as the food that was brought by Dada's wife. Baba had never shown such eagerness ever to eat food. Usually when people brought food, Baba wouldn't touch the meal for a long while. But on that particular day, it became obvious to all those who were present that Baba had displayed partiality towards this meal. Why? Everybody was aware that Baba was beyond the clutches of the taste buds. He quietly ate whatever was offered to him, never making a comment or showing any favor or dislike. Shama asked, "How come you have given this plate of food so much attention, Deva? I have noticed that you give no attention when people bring food to you. Some of them bring food on a silver plate and I have known you to fling the plates away many times. But I can't help but notice that whenever this lady brings you food, you show great interest in her cooking while eating her food. You actually relish her food. You get up at once to eat her meals. I'm quite astonished seeing your behavior only towards this lady's cooking. You are very partial to her cooking. Why is there such discrimination in your attitude?" Baba sighed. "Oh Shamya, the food cooked and brought by Dada's wife is rare to come by, as in her previous birth she was a healthy cow belonging to a grocer and she would yield great quantities of milk. Suddenly one day she disappeared. In another lifetime she was born as a child to a gardener. Another lifetime she was born in the warrior clan and was married off to a grocer. In the next lifetime she was born into a Brahmin household and I have seen her after a truly long time. Now will you let me eat a morsel or two in peace?" Baba partook a little of every dish. Then he stood up, washed his hands and belched heartily. He sat on his humble seat and Dada's wife with tears in her eyes began to press Baba's feet. Baba smiled and began to press her hands which were pressing his feet. Shama, who found it hard to keep his dear mouth shut, commented as usual, "It is so nice to see both Guru and devotee serving each other. What an amazing sight." Baba muttered something under his breath. He looked at Dada's wife. "Keep chanting the name of Lord Rama. Keep chanting Raja Ram, Raja Ram, Raja Ram. Chant this all the while. Lord Rama's name will make sure that your mind is calm and peaceful and your life shall flourish and you will be greatly benefited." Though to an onlooker this might seem like a normal conversation between a master and a devotee, but in reality, Baba had, in his humble way, initiated Dada's wife. This process is also called Shakti Part, the initiation of the Kundalini energy in an individual. Peace be to all. May we love Baba more and more, selflessly and joyously. Jai Sai.